that incentive, and our finals will feature Burst Chaser, as we got a reset on Prodigy's screen as he found a whammy in Heatman stage and Crash. So we'll be seeing both those later in Prodigy's screen, but Prodigy finding maybe a suitable Airman depends on the enemy set, but we'll see what happens here. And we still got Yellow Skies. That's a good sign. We got Chains and we got Metroids, but they are both one-shot busters, so maybe not too bad. Red Hero taking the 1 damage from the Tadpole in Metal stage, as I kind of agree with that because the tin cans tend to hurt a lot when they're full body. Prodigy making it past the first section of Airman stage, as Red Hero is in the second half stage. So want to real quick thank Randomania for hosting us for this tournament, for the Tournament of Hope. There's more tournaments happening throughout the week, as the proceeds for this tournament are going towards the Bail Project. So your donations are greatly appreciated. And once again, we do have one more incentive for this tournament, as our finals could have the Burst Chaser flag turned on. Which you think the runners are playing this game fast as they are right now? Wait till we turn that flag on. Oof, super speed. As both our runners are reaching their respective boss doors. Ren Hero is low on health, but will he take that E-Tank? We're about to find out. He's got Airman in Air Room or Metal Room. We got bosses in their opposite respective rooms. We got Airman in Metal Room, and we have Metal in Air Room. How convenient is that? So one interesting thing about Airman in Metal Room is the belt actually overrides Airman's fans. So pretty much if you jump, you get blown by the fan. But if you stay on the ground on the belt overrides you getting pushed by Airman's blowback. But now both our runners are moving along into Flashman stage for Red Hero and Prodigy in Boobly stage. As we get a look at our water, Red Hero testing the Crash Wall in Flashman stage. It is not Buster Week, but so we're going to move on from there. I don't even know what kind of water we're going to call this. A little bit murky. Not exactly blue, but bluish green. So, right now we got our runners reaching the end of their respective corridors. Ren picking up the safety E-Tank and Flashman stage. Looks like Ari might be joining me here in a moment. He is more than welcome to hop in. And we got our runners in their respective boss doors, as Heatman's in Flashman stage. Now, one thing about Heatman being a stage in this boss room, I'm not sure if you noticed it in our last race when Heatman was in Quick Room. He acts on one plane, so he'll go back and forth and stay on that plane. He will not use the stairway in either of his doors to go up and down. Meanwhile, so both our runners taking care of both their respective bosses. As Ren Hero moves on to Woodman stage and Prodigy is moving on to Quickman stage. Got some crabs in the early goings of the forest here, as we got the robot chickens in the quick corridor here. I think it was 2 shots? 2 shots. 2 shots per chicken. So that's not too bad compared to last seed. 1 shot of the atomic fire for the hot dogs in Woodman stage, as Prodigy makes it down the shaft now. Let's see if he goes for his special down here. And nope, he doesn't do it this time. As looks like Ren Hero is gonna deal some Chanky Makers and some toothpaste dispensers. And we got more chickens right before the Quickman door. And Prodigy now enters that, and let's see who is in Quickman's room. As we can see, Boobly Man. Interesting. I don't think Prodigy had the... There we go. Prodigy got Bubble Man on the upper ledge. Because Bubble Man works interestingly too. See, Bubble Man doesn't react if you're not on the same level as him. So if you are underneath him, you can do small hops and shoot Bubble Man in his foot to take him down. So that works as well in Flashman's room. Ren Hero, meanwhile, is at the end of Woodman stage. We're about to see who is there, and this is even randomized. It is in fact Woodman. See what Ren does. He does have an E-Tank. 2 E-Tanks. Yeah, let's say you better use them, buddy.
I would say that's a wise choice. Hello everybody, I'm back joining Siberian Bull for this semi-final race.
Wild RSPC has joined us.
As Ren Hero able to shoot through that leaf shield to finish him off there.
Prodigy and all making their way through what stage and finding one. Ren Hero moving on to Boobly Man stage next. So glad to have you, Ari.
Yeah, you sounded lonely in here, Bull. Figured I'd join you.
Very lonely.
So definitely an exciting semi-final race as Prodigy making his way through the bamboo screen here. And what were you calling the color of the water?
I wasn't really. I'm not really sure what kind of color this water is. It looks bluish greenish. Didn't really have a name for it.
It's got a little bit of a murk to it.
Yeah. Like it's not exactly water I wouldn't want to be in, but it's like, I think twice about it.
Alright, Prodigy using the classic item to skip for this bottom screen of Woodman, as he is going to be coming up against Woodman himself, correct?
Yep, it is in fact a vanilla Woodman in this room.
Excellent, let's see how he handles it.
There's that good weakness for this wood, but he takes him down all the same. As he's now halfway done his Robot Masters, moving on to Flash. Ren about to take on their Robot Master in Bullman's room. I actually forget who was in this room, and I just saw it. Oh, it was Crash. Who was Buster stuff. What we do know our wall weakness are not Buster weak, as they were tested earlier by Ren. But he takes the same. But Ren gets crashed by Crash.
He took a real big gamble there, not using that E-Tank to save, and it did not pay off for him.
Ren has been doing that this entire seed, as it's a pretty dumb crash too. As clearly Ren was smashing that fire button, and he wasn't jumping like normal. Chat says Prodigy just found the wall weakness, and it was an air shooter.
Yes, that is correct. I was going to remark on that, but thank you, chat, for catching up for us. As Prodigy's going to have an easy item 2 ride to grab this E-Tank, and he knows the wall weakness, so he doesn't have to backtrack at all. And gets a little bit of a refill for his hard work there.
can confirm it is a fact air shooter for the walls. He decides to swag backwards into the flash room here.
Alright, got a Buster Soft Heat Man.
Love to see it. Randy's got to deal with the chickens in the quick hallway. He's also going to deal with them before the quick door. When he gets to the bottom here, Prodigy has 3 more Robot Masters left. He's moving on to Metal Man stage, as he will find Airman taking up a residence in the boss room door at the end here. It was pretty funny to watch at the same time. Both are Robot Masters in their opposite rooms, as we saw at the beginning of this race, Airman in Metal Room and Metal in Air Room.
Yeah, and being able to see those fights at the exact same time is always a fun thing to see.
There's always fun things to see in this randomizer. Like, for instance, our donation incentive for the bid war. Or not just donation incentive. There's no more bid wars. But the donation incentive itself can still be met, as we need $55 to meet that incentive for First Chaser. If we meet that goal, our finals will have that flag turned on. And if you think they're going fast now, wait till you see when that flag's turned on. As Ren Hero is now moving on to Heat Stage.
A little bit of a troublesome enemy set there. If you don't have many weapons to use, but I do believe that Ren Hero should have tested a little bit, especially on those tin cans, because it can be definitely imposing, especially when you got a bunch of things flying at you.
Shrimp, birds, and tin cans. That is not exactly a good time. As Prodigy is about to meet Airman in Metal Room. Once again, you don't need to necessarily jump for this fight because you get blown away like that, because the belt actually overrides the Airman's fan blowing on you.
Also, if you get a favorable pattern on that and run along the conveyor belt, it actually makes his shots go considerably slower, so you can cheese it a little bit.
Yep. Try to be careful with these tellies and not getting knocked into the pit below. Deciding just to take the hit and fall down onto the safety platform below. We do know it's air shooter. Ren testing the wall was trying to test the wall weakness. Knife now finds out about air shooter in the wall, so that's good information for later. So we are doing less hunting when we get to the booby room. I believe Prodigy has one more stage left after this in Crash. Oh, yes, he does.
Ooh, and taking a dip in the lava. You hate to see it.
I do hate to see it, because Prodigy actually checked the first 2 stages he selected were in fact both Crash and Heat. So these are his last 2 stages. Ren, I believe, has 3, including Airman, including the end of Heat stage, but also Airman and Crash. Especially according to the tracker. By the way, shoutouts to 2% Chungus, 98% tracker.
Yes, the tracker extraordinaire, who not only is taking on the task of doing the tracking for all of the runs tonight, but did primarily a great deal of tracking during the mainline 2020 tournament as well.
I asked him and I just wrote him in, and he's like, sure. Don't mind me which order it was, just that's how it happened.
Alright, as Prodigy clearing those Yoku walls, he should be able to ride all the way across on item 2 here as Ren Hero begins his crash climb.
Now now this is his second to last stage, as he still has Airman stage to go through. But fortunately, not a terrible elevator section with these Lightning Lords, as they are more commonly called. And alright, it does not get tackled by the Space Monkey there, trying to go up the ladder.
There's Prodigy taking on Quick Man.
We did see it on Ren's screen that Heat is in fact a good weapon for this Quick Man, but sadly, Prodigy does not have any heat for this fight, so he's got to do it the old-fashioned way with lemons.
But opts to use Bubble instead, because
why not?
Why not?
Because why not? Does it do damage? Yes. Okay.
Alright, and Prodigy into Crashman stage, his final Robot Master.
So this could be interesting to say, depending on how Prodigy goes through this stage, as Ren has Air stage, and Air wasn't too bad. The first screen had Metroids and Chandeliers, but they were one-shot lemons. I don't remember the second half of the stage. It didn't seem to be too cumbersome.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but Prodigy almost getting sniped by a carrot and knocked off that ladder. Probably missed it by a pixel or two. As Ren Hero finds Flashman.
And this is definitely a jumper, and you can definitely not take any damage in this fight and not have to worry about taking an E-Tank. So with that, Red Hero goes on to his last stage, which is Airman, and finds item 1 for his trouble in Quick Crash stage.
Ooh, Prodigy getting bullied by that monkey trying to get up the ladder there, but makes it through all right.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get past if you're fast enough. Otherwise, that the monkeys tend to track you while you're on the ground with hops. Ooh, there's a shot man there. I didn't notice that one. I just noticed the Chandeliers and the Metroids, or as you popularly coined during the tournament, dollar store Metroids.
Yeah, they're knockoffs. Something you'd find in a Walgreens or on Wish. But yeah, we just saw a classic case of something that happens quite often in the randomizer on Ren Hero screen too. Killing those chandeliers. If you run into them too quickly, there is a lingering hitbox there, and you can take a massive amount of damage even though it's not on the screen anymore.
Yes, they do indeed hurt. Meanwhile, Prodigy has reached the end of Crash stage, and is about to take on Flashman himself. Take a shot from the front. Wasn't sure how big these Joes were, and we got Prodigy juggling the Flashman with Leaf Shield in the corner. I love to see it. I like to do it with with wood. I love to do it with metal.
Yeah, what a way to close out 8 Robos for Prodigy. As, ladies and gentlemen, once again onto the breach, we see the best eyebrows in video gaming, which means only one thing. It's time for our favorite game in the Mega Man 2 randomizer community, and that is guess the color and the weakness for bonus points of the dragon. What you got?
It's gonna be a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's weak to Exodia. No, we'll stick with the blue, but we'll pick Boobale this time.
Exodia? No one's ever been able to summon him. Sorry, I had to.
No, that's fine.
I am gonna go with a very disturbing green palette, like a puke green palette. And then let's see. Let's go air shooter for the weakness. That's my call.
Disgusting. Love it. Absolutely disgusting. I love it. Good choices. All right. Prodigy through the first quarter of Wily's stage. Once again, I want to remind everyone we still have that donation incentive to meet for Burst Chaser. We need $55 to turn the finals into a Burst Chaser mode race.
Yes, if you've never seen the randomizer before and you've already been captivated by what's going on tonight, just wait until you see Burst Chaser, especially with the potential final matchup here. We know Casual Tom has done Burst Chaser in the past, so he makes a really good showing of it. And Ren Hero and Prodigy are also seasoned veterans in the Mega Man 2 randomizer community and tournaments, so... Actually, Prodigy being the 2020 tournament champion.
Well, there's your ugly green. Does that count as ugly green?
It's kinda. I think the pink accents it even more.
More of a watermelon dragon. Not gonna find out about that air shooter. Ooh, Leaf. That's bad enough.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Leaf Shield is one of the worst, especially if you get inverted XY axis on it.
It was.
Yep. Let's see what Ren Hero chooses to fight him with.
Going second page, not metal, not crash.
Gotta be careful here. If he takes one hit from the, there he goes, using the E-Tank. Good safety move.
Yep, well, at least I got that weakness. So I got two of the weaknesses in this tournament. Feel good about that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, just lobbing those bubbles in there, able to get them down, no problem. As Prodigy is coming up to good old Pico.
Yeah, he's definitely taking some damage along the way. I'm not sure if he has enough to item 3 to get up the wall. They're up. He will now.
Ooh, that was a lucky drop.
I willed it into existence. You're welcome, Prodigy.
Yeah, you often talk about commentator's curse. That was commentator's blessing.
I always give the blessing. Alright, Prodigy is the take on Pico here.
Let's see what our runners are going to have to deal with in this fight. Ooh, Buster Week.
That's good enough for me. Not 2 shots, but you know what? I'll still take it. So I think Prodigy.
Any runner would be happy to take that. That's Pico down for Prodigy, but Ren Hero kind of hot on his heels.
Up? Hey, good news. Our goal incentive for the finals Burst Chaser has been met. So our finals will have the Burst Chaser on. I'm waiting for the donator here in a moment.
Oh, yes, and a big thank you to Mecha Link for that $55 donation. Only comment? Gotta go fast, so we will, in fact, be doing Burst Chaser for our final.
Yep. Alright, so good times. You guys will not be disappointed by it. I've been hyping it up for this long, for 3 races. I promise you will not be disappointed.
I don't think our runners will be disappointed either, because I gotta tell you, Burst Chaser is definitely a fun time.
Until it suddenly isn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the randomizer in general, though.
Meanwhile, Ren Hero takes down Pico. Prodigy about to take on the Guts Dozer. Looking rather smurfish. And I found atomic heat for that tank, but it uses up all his heat, so not Prodigy might have to take the time to refill those before going up the ladder here in Wily 4. Yep, and he is taking that time.
Say that's a wise decision.
Yeah, I definitely say that's a wise decision, considering I think 2 of our Robot Masters are weak to heat, and as well as potentially the machine, considering twice in this tournament, has required some weapon searching. And we got the alien as well, so gonna probably need that heat.
Ooh, Prodigy landing right on that magic pixel between the invisible floors.
Yeah, that looked intentional. Like, with the way the lakes are spread out. Hopefully, one of those sides will be on solid ground.
All right, let's see what these anxiety rooms have in store. Ooh, we got shrimp.
We got shrimp. I could use some shrimp right now. Prodigy using those very slow-moving item 1s to get through here, but they do still get the job done. He's now through the 3rd screen of the anxiety rooms and pulling out the item 2 to get through the rest of the stage, and there we go.
Just look at that movement. I mean, that's just absolutely signals a professional Mega Man player. Professional level, at least.
Alright, so we know what our wall weaknesses for this room is. We know it's air. Probably just going to check the leaf to see if the boo beams themselves have a god weakness. See if it switches the metal. Yep, switches the metal. Not weak to that, but we do know our walls are weak to air. So that's at least one part of the factor out of the way. Quick note for those viewing this for the first time, or do not know, the boo beams and the wall weaknesses will not be the same at any given time during a seed, as we find bubble for our boo beam weakness. So if the wall weaknesses are weak to one thing, you can be guaranteed that the boo beams themselves will not be weak to it. Alright, so
yeah, Ren Hero. Yep, Ren Hero making the same kind of work as Prodigy through that room, no problems. Yeah, as Prodigy's on to refights. Actually using the exact same strategy Prodigy used.
Well, he wasn't as bold with it, but he did use item 2. Anyway, oh, I'd love to see that wood kill. Prodigy pulled out the Crash Bomber for Woodman and one-shots him. As it was a good explosion, and the explosion off the Leaf Shield killed Woodman.
Yeah, you certainly love to see that strat. Mega Kyle saying good wood in chat. That's the only good wood you're going to see today.
Well, got Red Hero doing their hunt for a boom beam weakness and finding that bubble finally. Prodigy finding Leaf Shield. It looked like it was a good Leaf Shield for heat, but we do know Buster's actually pretty good for heat. And Prodigy's saying, yeah, I'll just stick with this.
I'd say that's a wise decision if you can get them down pretty quickly, especially using a lot of weapon energy. You want to be careful, as we talked about Wily Machine potentially not being Buster Soft, and then you also have to deal with good old Alien coming up too.
Alright, metal down. 2 more Robot Masters for Prodigy, as Red is taking on Woodman. No belt this time, so you're gonna have to do it the long way, Prodigy, but that's okay. Airman goes down all the same with Levins. Yes, Wily hugs are bad, and we seen a race earlier where our runners could do nothing but hug Wily.
Ooh, look at that Flash, man. Just evaporates the metal blades.
And Hero also using the lemons on Heatman. And we do have a lemon weak machine. So, sad times.
Would have been exciting to see 3 in a row, though.
Boy, the stories we could tell. But we still have one more, so if we get, 3 out of how many races?
3 out of 5? 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
7. 3 out of 7.
Oh, right.
Counting the finals, I've yet to have it. But anyway, by the way, as we're happy that you met our donation incentives for this tournament, there are still other incentives throughout the rest of the week for the Tournament of Heroes, as Prodigy is making their way to the end of the Victory Road. There's Final Fantasy VI incentives for character choices, and there's let me turn back here, as we are about to take on the alien. It is not weak to lemons, not heat, not air, not boobly, not quick.
Going all the way to second page here. It
Crash.
is, in fact, Crash.
Yep.
GG's to Prodigy.
Down goes the alien with an official time of 31 minutes 47 seconds. To get those GGs in the chat for Prodigy. But yes, there are other incentives throughout the week, as we got the Beat Mania finals will be 16 songs instead of 12. There's a Chrono Trigger Jets of Time, mandatory Ozzy's Fort in the final. As far as bid wars left, like I said, there's the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide bid war. For character choices, right now Locke has 20 and Realm has 5. Those are not good characters they should start with. If you want to watch the runners in that randomizer suffer, you need to give them Strago and Umaro if you want them to suffer. There's also a bid war for naming characters. Right now there's $20 for Mr. Thou, but I think you can add your own name for these characters. But once again, GG's to Prodigy at 31.47. And Ren Hero still looking for Crash. And found it, and
There
down
it
goes
is.
for Ren Hero.
Big GG's to Ren Hero as well. But you know what that means, Siberian Bull?
We got a finals.
We got a finals. And our finals are a rematch of
Deja
the
vu.
grand finals of the 2020 tournament, contested under Burst Chaser. This is going to be exciting.
Side note, it was a race PB for Ren Hero, so even though he lost, that's pretty neat. So congrats to Ren Hero. So yeah, finals rematch from last year's tournament, as we are going to get set up for that here in a moment.
I also want to give a big shout out to Game Boy and his work behind the scenes, getting this all set up and doing the stream here, and with the graphics as well. Giving that shout out to the PB on Ren Hero. But yes, we are going to take a short break before the finals. Everybody strap yourselves in, because this is going to be one heck of a match.
All the lulls will be had.